What exactly is HD makeup? HD stands for high definition, and this is a term that we generally use for cameras to describe the resolution. So, how did it actually make its way into makeup? In order to understand that, I'd like to explain a little bit about traditional makeup. One of the easiest examples that I can give you that probably is relatable is if any of you have learned Bharatnatyam or Kuchipudi or any traditional dances or anybody who's done theater, you would know that your makeup man would come with this pancake makeup and he would just have one shade of it. He would dip in his wet sponge into that pancake makeup, apply it all over your face and your neck, and what this would do is it's this thick pasty makeup that would just make you go completely flat. After that, what they would do is they would go ahead and draw out your eyes, enhance your lips with a darker color, draw out your eyebrows, so that basically people who are watching you from the audience with that distance can actually see your features or your expressions better. All these things worked with low res cameras, but once the lenses got upgraded, above everything, the softwares got upgraded. What happened is that pancake makeup failed in pretty much every way. You could see how cakey it was on the skin, you could see all the creases. Above everything, you could see the shade difference. So now that the camera's resolution and the softwares are upgraded, they finally realized that makeup also has to be upgraded to match the resolution of the camera. That's where HD makeup came in. And I believe one of the first brands that came out that specifically catered to HD makeup was called Makeup Forever. And they introduced their range in 2008, and it was called the HD makeup, yeah, high definition makeup by, if you can see this, high definition makeup by Makeup Forever. This was actually one of my brand staples when I started off as a makeup artist. Continuing with the story, or continuing with with the details, uh, cameras got upgraded to 4K, and now obviously your makeup had to also be upgraded to match those camera standards, and that's when they came up with Ultra HD. Ultra HD was specifically formulated for 4K cameras. So how now what is the difference is that HD makeup consists of highly micronized particles. They contain mica, they contain silicone. So basically, they are very finely milled pigment in it. So what happens is when you apply it onto your skin, it's very lightweight. It almost feels like you're just applying moisturizer, a thin moisturizer. Sits very well onto your skin. So if you can see, my skin is textured, and I have pretty much I have texture pretty much everywhere in my skin, and I have pigmentation too. So it covers the pigmentation to a certain level. Texture, of course, no amount of makeup can cover, but to a certain amount, to a certain level, it can blur out the textures in your skin too, and it feels very soft, and it doesn't feel like you have a lot of cakiness on your face. I'm actually using this right. I've actually got this on right now, and I'm somebody who is very prone to feeling icky when I have a lot of product onto my face, and my skin feels very what do you call it, it feels very stuffy, like my pores feel very stuffy when I have like these thick formulas on my skin. But this feels very lightweight and very thin, and it looks beautiful in pictures. Above everything, it looks so beautiful in pictures. Most of your imperfections are going to get blurred off in photographs when you use high definition makeup. So in terms of sort of comparing traditional makeup and HD makeup, some of the key features are that traditional makeup was very cakey. HD makeup is not cakey, it's very finely milled and very thin. Traditional makeup creases very fast because it's very thick, and it doesn't even last that long. It usually doesn't last that long. It can wear off, if especially if you're outside and stuff. It can wear off in certain areas, it can melt off. But with traditional makeup, it sits very well on the skin, and you can layer the amount that you need accordingly. Like, you can go over little by little with layers and build your layers, and that's why it looks even more skin like, and you can get the coverage that you require, and it lasts for a very long time. So these are the advantages that HD makeup has. I hope this explanation helped, and I hope that you understood a bit about how HD makeup works and what it's all about. Please stay tuned for my next video, because in the next video I'm going to talk about airbrush makeup.